Welcome to the Jersey City Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned Jersey City resident there. That's why we do this show, because you're concerned. And we do it live on Channel 190 on Comcast, livestream.com. You can download the app. It's free. You get all the programming that I do, all the programming from other producers. There's a lot of content on livestream.com, right down to the New Jersey Lottery. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube, Google Chromecast, Apple TV, all those things. For that matter, there's a pay-per-view this weekend on a WWE network, Greatest Royal Rumble. And I seen the commercials. They were listing all their streaming services that they're available on, same way as I do it here. HMG TV shows. You need to get in touch with me? Go to HMG TV shows. There you can send me an email. Got a problem with the city? Talk to Mayor Fulop. Been doing a lot of texting and emailing with him today. Got a problem with the county? I can get with Mr. DeGeese. Got a problem consumer-wise? We can be helpful. We're here to help. And whatever you need, we'll try to help you out. You can tweet me at JCHudsonB. I'm the easiest guy in the world to find. You can't get in touch with me. There's an issue. I had my first Block Association meeting last week. The FAST Neighborhood Alliance. We met in Michael Young's space. Decent crowd. A lot of the parking ordinance that's coming into play, probably not coming into play until like September now. A lot of people have concerns about 24-hour zone enforcement. We want 24-hour enforcement. We just don't want PEOs, parking enforcement officers, riding around the city like predators looking to give out tickets. We want the parking authority there when we need them. We don't want them out there fishing to give out tickets. So that's the issue there. We're going to revisit the ordinance. Michael Young is looking at that. He got in touch with the Heights Parking Committee, which I'm a member of. But that's really the concern. And the concern also is the amount of money that's going to be spent going 24 hours. A lot of people have to be hired. Signs alone for the 24-hour enforcement were over $200,000, new signs. And the last thing, really, do we want any more signs? And we found that out. We're not even going to do that in Jersey City. These are the kind of things that we all need to get involved in. Now, my group, we're going to probably meet every 6 weeks or so. We don't have to meet every month. I'm the easiest guy to get in touch with, so if you got an issue, I'm here to help you. So you can just give me an email, tweet me, and I'll take care of whatever the concern is. Anything city-wise, you need a pothole filled, you need a garbage issue, whatever. That's why we're doing this Block Association. We are here to help. So if you need, in the Heights, well, Jersey City, it's a neighborhood alliance. Any kind of help I can give you, we're here to help. And, of course, with the show, you can get in touch with me right now. Put your comments and questions right on the screen. You'll be part of the show. So when I get back, I'll run down what we're going to do. And then we get this show going. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunley Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
Introducing the MyJCMC app, powered by Practice Unite. The free MyJCMC app puts the power of healthcare at your fingertips. Go to the concierge for access to referrals, scheduling, and appointments. See emergency room wait times and get directions to Jersey City Medical Center health locations. Read the latest JCMC news through their social media feed, find a doctor, and more. The MyJCMC app. We belong to you.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. You're watching it live. Some of the topics, hopefully we get to them all. That doesn't always happen. We're going to talk about what happened in Canada. Another, I don't want to call it a terrorist attack, but it's an attack. We're going to talk about city bike closing locations in Jersey City. Senator Booker's got an idea to put people to work at your expense. California has a plan to deal with the homeless. I want to discuss that a little bit. Steve Sweeney has attacked the Jersey City Board of Education, and the teacher's contract was just negotiated. To balance out Sweeney, he agreed to underwrite and subsidize PS&G. The VOTEC funding, we got all these things going. But first and foremost, let's go. You know, it's bewildering to me. And I was talking to the guys in here who are much younger than I am, our editors and co-producers. Canada, 25-year-old kid, U-Haul van, takes out, kills 10 people, and I think 16, 18 others are injured. 25 years old. I have a hard time fathoming why a kid would turn murderous. You know, we just had another kid at the Waffle House, kills 4 people, injures some others. The day of the Columbine anniversary, 19 years ago, a lot of students walked out of school in protest. Most of those kids were not even born when Columbine occurred. Another kid, I think he's 19, goes to school with a shotgun in a guitar case and shoots another student, kills him. This is on top of all the other school attacks. You know, and again, you know, I don't want to classify this as terrorism. It is some classification. This isn't ISIS or the Taliban or anything like this. These are kids. What is driving kids to become murderers? You know, multiple murders that are occurring here. You know, something's wrong when I got kids 17 to like 20 who become murderers. And they're killing other kids. You know, when the kids walked out of school over the shooting in Florida and recently with the anniversary of Columbine, you know, again, it's guns, guns, guns. I'm not a gun guy. You know, I'm not against the NRA. You know, I think you have a right to defend your home. I don't think I need assault rifles, but I'm not a gun guy. But I understand you have the right to own a gun and protect yourself. If people are going to kill, they're going to kill. Now, you're not going to hear a lot with this van. The van thing, the same thing in New York City. We had somebody that killed a bunch of people on a bike path. That kind of dies down because it was a van. It wasn't a gun. If it was a gun, you'd still be hearing about it. I'm not sure what is occurring here with these kids that they turn them into murderers. We talked about it over the last 6 weeks or so with the 17 kids that were killed in Bradenton, Florida. I don't know. It's our political correct world where we coddle the kids. You know, we want to have our kids have a better life than we had. We want them to do better. We want to give them all the benefits of our work and our experience, and we want to shield them. Maybe we're shielding them too much that they can't deal with adversity or rejection or failure. You know, we learn failure with me. Failure is an old friend of mine. Rejection and failure, I get birthday cards from rejection and failure. They're old friends of mine. You know, I've been on the floor a few times when I get up. Maybe that's the situation here. They can't deal with the rejections. There was another kid who stabbed an ex-boyfriend. But, you know, he broke off the relationship here and met another guy, and the rejected lover was spurned. You know, somebody's music is playing now behind me. You know, I don't understand what's happening, that these kids are going to such extremes. When we were kids, this was unheard of. And I want to explain something. There were guns aplenty when we were kids. Like I said before, I could buy guns in the bars when I was a kid. There were plenty of vans around. So it wasn't like we didn't have the instruments to commit crimes. We just didn't have the need or the want or the desire or the vengefulness to do this. When we were younger, you know, the post office was there. People were going postal. You had some shootings at the workplace, but nothing like this. Nobody went to school. School was a safe place. You went to learn, and you had fun. You hung out with your friends, and you played sports. It was a great place to be, school. You didn't realize it when you were there, but it was. When you look back, the greatest times in your life was high school and then grammar school and, college. Well, greatest time. You didn't realize it when you're there. You know, the anniversary of Columbine was 19 years. You remember when that happened, the trench coats? That was shocking. We couldn't wrap our heads around, why would these kids kill other kids? We couldn't understand that. Now it's, I think it was something like, one every other day for a while going into February and March, a school shooting. Now, something's wrong here. Then the question is why? Why is this 20-some-odd-year-old Canada, and it's not just the United States, obviously, this is Canada, will rent a truck and just mow down people. The Waffle House kid, and he probably was on a bit of a watch list because they took this kid's guns and they gave them back to the father. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. The kid was known to police. For that matter, the guy in Canada was known to have some mental issues. How do I have a hard time understanding young people doing this. If we have people that have mental issues, and believe me, the parents are there, they know this kid. I got a problem with the father giving the kid back the guns. I have a problem with this father letting this kid, who he obviously knows has some mental issues, having these guns. Now, they were confiscated from the young guy, and the authorities gave the guns back to the father, and he was told, don't give these back to your kid. Gave them back to the kid. 4 people are dead. I have a lot of problems with the father. First off, he knows this kid isn't stable. And if you're not stable, you shouldn't be anywhere around guns. But in our politically correct world, I don't know if we'll bar somebody from owning a gun because they have some mental issues. I know there's talk about it, but there's civil rights and there's due process. And we're just not going to discriminate against somebody because they have some mental issues. What's the level of mental issues? I don't know. When does a slight mental issue become a major mental issue? I don't know if there's a time frame on that, or it just happens overnight. But this kid went from somebody with mental issues and stole a car to becoming a murderer, half-dressed. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. newportnj.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to newportnj.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. newportnj.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show live. Channel 190 on Comcast, live stream, Apple TV, Facebook, YouTube. We'd be live. Now, we're talking during the break here. I asked the guy, do you ever have any desire to shoot up people? None of my guys ever did. You know, we're talking about, as I said before, coddling or protecting the children, because we want them to have better lives than we had. You know, maybe that's the problem, because through grammar school and high school, and, you know, we don't let kids venture. When I was a kid, you know, when we got out of school, we were done. We were on our bikes and off to adventures. You know, we'd go to different cities. We'd go out to Snake Hill. You'll see Snake Hill, little snaky, big snaky. You're right through it on a turnpike. Were they dangerous things we did? Sure, we didn't know they were dangerous. We're just out exploring. We were out having fun. You know, when the American Can Company lights came on, we had to be home. But outside of that, as from school, the Can Company lights on, we were out on our own. We were adventuring. We were interacting with people. We met people. There was no stranger danger. But it was very seldom we were by ourselves. You know, I don't recall, you know, going up to Journal Square, or we never went to Snake Hill by yourself. You're always with the gang. We're always cruising around. Maybe like we were saying during the break, you know, we're careful of the children through grammar school and high school. You know, everybody's getting a gold star. Everybody gets moved forward. You know, some sports we don't take score anymore. Everything's so liberal. Then these kids get into 18, 19 years old. They're in college, and reality sets in. And, you know, reality can suck. You know, now there's no gold stars. There's no one as a buffer. You're on your own. Maybe it's the adversity that these kids can't deal with. There's got to be an excuse, and it isn't isolated anymore. You know, this is happening at a very great frequency here, and I don't know what the protection method is. And whatever it is, it's going to cost a lot of money, because I know there's some movement and trend right now for security. New York City is talking about installing cameras in all the schools for $100 million. And it isn't like gold comes down from the sky. That $100 million is going to come from the pockets of the people in New York City, which, you know, it's freaking expensive to live here as it is. I don't know how we got to this point. Until 9/11, we didn't live like this. And you may not realize it, because we're kind of receptive. You know, we live in fear. There is no safe place anymore. There's no safe place. You know, school isn't safe, obviously. And school isn't safe from other kids. It isn't like the Taliban or ISIS or some 40-year-old friggin' nut is attacking the schools. These are kids coming into the schools they attend or had attended. You know, you go to movies. You're not safe there. They're shooting up the movie theaters. You can't go to a concert. They're shooting up the concerts. You know, you can't go shopping on, you know, a mall, big target. You can't even go shopping on the street anymore, like a Central Avenue or Newark Avenue, that sort of thing, because as you've seen in France recently, or just in Canada, guys got a ban. And we can't stop everything. We got to enact gun laws. You know, I don't want to say, you know, guns don't kill, people do, but really it's true. You know, and if people want to kill, they can't get a gun, they're going to get a car, they're going to get a knife. There was a bunch of knifings recently. You don't hear anything about it because, you know, it's not guns. But we got to get to the reason why. Why are kids? I understand why a criminal uses a gun. And that's, we got to protect criminals from getting guns, but not at the expense of law-abiding citizens. You know, if they're going to kill, they're going to kill. And like I said, the thing with the ban, that'll fall out of the news cycle quick. Knifings, that falls out of the news cycle quick. Guns, guns. You know, they're going to kill, they're going to kill. You know, we just become receptive. You know, really, we live in fear. You know, you want to go on a plane, you got to get there 3 hours early. There's metal detectors everywhere. And you're going to see more and more metal detectors. And there's a cost associated with all that. And eventually, especially in New Jersey, where everything is so freaking expensive, you know, for the consumer, somebody's got to pay for that extra security. Somebody's got to pay for that metal detector. Somebody's got to pay for all these steps. And it becomes outrageously expensive to do. You know, we're talking about hiring armed guards for the schools. You know, 20 years ago, that was unfathomable, that we were going to have armed guards in our schools. When I was at school, we had patrol boys. That was it. That was security. You know, that was other kids with a white belt and a badge. You know, we're talking about putting armed guards at the doors. We're talking about, in New York City, getting security cameras so they can lock all the doors. The kids aren't going to get out. They're not going to get in or out. They're going to lock down. There's something effing wrong when we're going to live in a prison-like state. And that's what's happening to us now. And we become acceptive of it. We become completely liberal. So, oh, well, you know, we got to have security. We've got to answer the questions and try to prevent these type of killings. You know, we could put all the security in the world unless we start patting down these kids in school. Well, when they enter a mall, well, a kid has a backpack. Kid with a backpack is a danger. And we've become acceptive of that. You say, a backpack. You know, they're talking about clear backpacks now. You know, clear plastic. You know, think of the freedoms you've given up. And they're taking that little pieces, and they're taken away under the guise of security, which it is. You know, we want to be secure, but we don't realize every step of that security is a little bit more. You know, we're worried about ISIS and the Taliban and terrorist attacks. Now we got to worry about disgruntled kids. Yeah, and don't forget our regular run-of-the-mill criminals. But we have so many other facets of death that seems to be at every corner now. And this is the life. I'm telling you, 20 years before 9/11, this was unheard of. Armed guards in schools, taking 3 hours to get to a plane, metal detectors everywhere, see something, say something. You know, if you were walking by and seen a briefcase, you would grab that briefcase, hoping there was a bunch of money in there or something good. You never crossed your mind. There was a friggin' bomb in there. But there is so much money being spent on security, and it's getting worse and worse. We're going to have to do this in the schools. And, you know, I talk about the expense, but is it too much of your expense when it's your kid? Of course not. Eventually, you know, you're going to be living in the 70, 80% tax bracket to pay for this, and your consumer prices will be outrageous. Just think what it was like in the year 2000 as opposed to today, and think of all the freedoms you've lost, taking a little bit here, taking a little over there, to the point where you know, you become accepted of it. But you know, we walk around in fear. Everything scares us. You know what? I guess it should, because death seems to be at every corner, and there are no safe places. And we got to get an answer to that. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Pana Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Pana Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. You're watching it live. We're talking about security and the freedoms we've given up, the security that's going to be needed, and the fear that we live in. And I mentioned about firearms. I think we got a comment from one of the viewers here we can put up on the screen. it is, the viewer's talking about, it isn't the Second Amendment. It's the problem is it's not the guns or the Second Amendment. It's the AR-15, which are just killing machines. I agree with you. As I said earlier, do we need, weapons like that? No, but we look at guns through the eyes of New Jersey and New York. In the Midwest and in the South, they actually have a real need for guns, where you're out on the friggin' fields there where there's nobody around you for quite a while, and you make a phone call, and it's going to take a while for the cops to get there. I understand their need for guns. I'll never understand the need for an AR-15 or an AK-47, but in the Second Amendment, it doesn't say anything about the types of guns. When that Second Amendment was written, they just recently got out of the powder guns at that point. They have, I think they have a regular board rifle at that point. But yeah, you're right. Does the public, the average Joe, need an AR-15 or an AK-47? Of course not. But the guy that lives on the farm, or he's down in the South in the Everglades or something, maybe they do. But again, we look at gun control through New Jersey and New York and how we are. And again, do we need guns, AR-15 or semi-automatic weapons? No. Do you have the right to have a gun to protect your home? And I tell you, as the fears that I just talked about and the freedoms we've given up and the death that seems to be around every corner, I can't blame somebody for wanting to have a 9mm, a Browning 9mm in their home. Can't blame them. I do not have a gun, because I did say Browning 9mm. I don't have a gun. I'm not a gun guy, but I can appreciate why people would want to have a gun. We'll take more questions and comments on this, but let's go to City Bike. I don't want to scare everybody. City Bike is closing some docking stations in Jersey City. How can that be possible? Doesn't everybody ride a bike? No, we don't. Now I'm going to explain something here. And as the weather turns better, I'm going to send Greg and Mike, maybe the two Gregs and Mike out. We're going to go to 3 sections of Jersey City, and we're going to hang out for as long as the clip and our cameras will last. And what is that, a couple hours, 3 hours taping? And we're just going to run the cameras during, rush hour. And we're going to watch these people riding their bikes. And how many people are really riding the bikes? I swear to you, today, I'm in Jersey City. I'm in the Heights, going from Jersey City to the studio here in North Bergen. I've seen one bike. I've seen, I don't know how many hundreds of cars. I've seen one bike. Now, bikes are not a practical mode of transportation. You're not going to go bikey when it's raining or when it's snowing or when it's freezing or when there's ice on the ground. You're not going to use this. And actually, if you work in an office and say you're going to pedal your butt from, say, the Heights down to Newport when it's 95 degrees, you better have a City Bike shower station at that dock there, because you're going to reek. It's what they call City Bike stink. It's just not practical. And City Bike is starting to see that. But what City Bike is really angling for is subsidies. Give me some of your money, please, so we can have bikies for everybody. I'm not a big bike guy. Actually, I think we should change how bikes operate in the city. I prefer to have the bikes riding towards me instead of riding with me, because most of these people on bikes are not law-abiding. They know nothing about the laws of the street. I'm telling you, it's about a week or so. I'm on Patterson Plank Road, going to make a right on Congress Street. They're going to head west. I'm at the light, and you can make a right on the red. And I'm thinking about this, people walking by, waiting for the light, and they're saying, I can make a right on the red, but people are crossing. And out of nowhere, this person on a bike comes my driver's side of the car and cuts right in front of the car. Say I had the room to make the right on the red. This guy's dead, because he just flipped over and I would have hit the car. There is no regard for the rules of the road with the bike people. I know bike people, like Ron's a friend of mine with City JC Bike, or Bike JC, whatever it is. Now I'm going to go, we're going to film these probably in the next couple of 3 weeks, and then I'm going to bring them in, and we're not even going to edit. Maybe we'll speed it up. I'm going to show you how many people are riding bikes. The stations they're closing, you'll notice, are all in the southern end of Jersey City. Garfield Avenue, Danford Avenue, West Side, Martin Luther King Drive, by the light rail station. You would think that would be a hot spot. And the mayor is throwing tons of money into that area. He just opened the new City Hall Annex, What Steve isn't telling you, Mayor Fulop, is he's getting his ass out of the old dilapidated City Hall and into a new one up in Ward F there. They're going to build a couple of more buildings and a parking deck. I'm 100% agreement of naming one of the buildings after Melissa Holloway. If you knew Melissa, she earned it. They renamed the hub to Jackson Square with the MLK hub. It's Jackson Square. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. The City Bike at the Bethune Center and Bayside Park, they're all moving because people weren't riding it. But I'm going to explain something. It is pretty friggin' expensive to have a City Bike. It's $169 a year-long membership, and that includes an unlimited 45-minute bike ride. After that, of course, you X amount of dollars. You know, $170. Right, buy your own friggin' bike. Don't we have public bike racks that you can ride your bike? You want to go to the path, and the only place that City Bike is half-ass successful is downtown, because those people, they hang out in Jersey City at night. It's like Bobby Kavanaugh, former councilman in Jersey City, said, it's like a gerbil existence. You know, these people who live in downtown Jersey City sleep in their condos, then go down the elevator, then into the path. It's like a gerbil in a tube, into the path, to Hoboken or over to New York City, spend their money, enjoy, work, whatever the case is, and when it comes time, they go back in the tube, come back, go up their elevator into their condominiums there. You know, you go down to downtown Jersey City at night. I remember when Mayor Healy asked me to go down and film to promote nightlife in Jersey City. There wasn't a hell of a lot of nightlife in Jersey. There were friggin' tumbleweeds down there. There isn't a lot because the people who live in downtown, for the most part, don't even want to admit they're in Jersey City, and they work and spend their discretional money outside of Jersey City. So that's why City Bike works there. They'll pedal their bike to the path. They get on the path, go over to New York City or Hoboken. Well, in this case, with your City Bike, New York City, because there's City Bike there. And they get on another City Bike and they pedal along. That works. Now, once you leave the path area, like to the Heights, you know, they're going to close the one at Persian Field. I thought they was surprised they didn't already relocate that. Unless it's by the path or by a light rail, it ain't going to work. And that's as simple as that. But I bring back what I said earlier. Bikes are not a practical mode of transportation. Cars are. We have to be accepting of these cars. They're all over. Break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We be back. You be there. We be live. Pat O'Amelia, you concerned Jersey City resident. My watch just came off because I fiddle with it all the time. Get back to City Bike. What they're looking for is subsidies from the city of Jersey City. And they're playing the violin here, the Mayor Fulop. We're going to have to pull these bike stations out unless you can give us some money. Yeah, I ain't getting no money. In Bayonne, they got a bike share, and City Bike was there in Bayonne with the handout. And that didn't work with Mayor Davis there. They just went with another bike concern. They were not subsidizing. And the Bike JC group hopes there are other options for subsidizing City Bike available. If it can't stand on its own, then it can't stand. Again, subsidizing is your money. You're subsidizing everything. You know, you subsidize New Jersey. Do you ride a bus? Do you ride a train? Well, you're subsidizing that. And Murphy just put another like $250 million in it. You know, again, that's not money that falls out of the sky. That's your tax money. Money that could have went elsewhere. And one of the things that's not a practical mode of transportation, but Bike JC suggested that they should open city bike docking stations at like Pathmark and at the shopping centers. Yeah, you want to go for a food order on your city bike. They might have baskets. I didn't even notice. You get like, an 8 or 10 bag food order. Yeah, you put that on your city bike. It's not practical. It's a mode of recreation. Even in China, when you would see pictures of China, it'd be like a zillion Chinamen, Chinese people. Chinamen, I'll get emails. Riding on bikes. Yeah. You know what they're riding now in China? Mustangs. Mustangs are huge in China. Senator Cory Booker has proposed a plan for low employment areas, guaranteeing $15 an hour to all residents in these 15 areas nationwide. This plan is called the Federal Jobs Guarantee Development Act. He is going to guarantee jobs. What are you going to do? I don't know. I think it's an offset or an offshoot of the WPA under Roosevelt, just that we're not in the Depression where Roosevelt, you see, it's still a lot of these bridges around in Jersey City from the WPA days, went not into that. Here's a friggin' problem with unemployment in New Jersey. We don't have a lot of skilled personnel in New Jersey for the jobs that are available. We need to attract jobs where these people who are not of the skilled labor or education can get employment. If you don't have any skills or education, you have an issue. That's why they're talking about, well, $15 an hour minimum wage. Minimum wage was never thought to be a living wage to raise a family on. It, basically protected kids in the workplace, and it stopped some employers from paying less than they possibly could. Our problem in New Jersey, there are signs. You go on Central Avenue, you go on Route 37 on Toms River, there are signs, help wanted, all over. The problem is, one, do we have the skill sets? Do we have the education that's required? Do we have the desire to work? That's the problem we have here. There are jobs. Now, do we have to encourage more job development? Oh, yeah. That's something Fulop has got to get real serious about, creating jobs and encouraging job development. And I don't mean on Newport in a waterfront where we relocate 50 or 100 jobs from New York City. Creating jobs, gettable jobs for Jersey City. I'm not talking accounting. I'm not talking, brain surgeons. I'm not talking legal. I'm talking what was a backbone of Jersey City, blue collar. And those jobs are out there. We got to do some corporate recruitment. But we also have to have a place. And what happens in Jersey City, Jersey Avenue, down by 18th Street, it was an industrial area. We put a bunch of condos and residential units there. Hoboken Avenue behind Christ Hospital, there was a Bandolier candy factory all those years. There was an industrial site. Condominiums. There are no effing jobs attached to residential and condominiums once they're built. Once we build those buildings on our past industrial area, there are no effing jobs coming out of them. Honeywell on Route 440, where it was the Roosevelt Drive-In and J. Grant's and Roosevelt Stadium and all the trucking companies that were back there, that was an industrial zone for Jersey City. Jobs were there. That'll be condominiums. There will be no jobs attached to that. That we have to stop. That's why I don't know how many friggin' times I got to say this to Fulop. My old neck of the city, Dogpatch, St. Paul's Avenue going towards the Hackensack River, still populated, dilapidated, trucking terminals, PS&G moved out of there. I know the mayor was in some sort of negotiation. We need to step up those negotiations and make that our industrial site, our job center, where we can attract people. We probably could have put Amazon there. I don't know what happened with that bid. I wasn't part of it. There are jobs that we can, but we have to be smart with these job tools. We can't do Goya jobs where we'll give a 30-year abatement plus $90 million to relocate from Secaucus to Jersey City. And I think Jersey City experienced like 4 jobs, new jobs that were created. We're in a 30-year abatement and $90 million from the state for them to move. We can't have jobs like that. But what Cory's talking about, Cory Booker, is you're going to get $15 an hour. You're going to get health coverage. You're going to get sick leave. Probably get uniforms. I don't know. I don't know what kind of field you're going to be working in, but the government's going to pay it. The report, now this is all from NJ.com, by the way. No, excuse me, Politicker NJ, excuse me. A report from the Center of Budget and Policy Priorities, a liberal think tank, estimated that the nationwide federal job guarantee program would cost $543 billion a year and employ 10.7 million workers. $543 billion a year. Again, that money doesn't fall from the sky. It comes from the tax dollars. What we need to do, we need to create, I got to get to the Botech thing. We need to encourage job development in Jersey City, well, nationwide, but let's talk about Jersey City. It's a Jersey City show. Encourage job development, gettable jobs. I don't want companies relocating to Jersey City, getting an X amount of abatement and whatever other fees they can get out of the state in New Jersey City to transfer a job. That isn't helping anybody outside of the lunch truck guy. We need real gettable jobs. Even though the cost for Amazon to come to Jersey City was huge, there was 50,000 unfilled jobs. And that's something we had to get into, even though the bribery to bring them here was outrageous. It was in the billions. But you want to cut crime, create jobs. These kids that turn to crime, if there was a possible job opportunity, they would take it. Like I said many times, when I was a kid, I could walk out the door and get a job in Jersey City. Can't do that anymore. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. You're watching it live, and I'm Pat O'Melia, and you're concerned Jersey City residents. Why we do this? Because you are concerned. Before we jump into biotech, I'm going to get into this. Wednesday, the 25th, tomorrow, the City Council is going to entertain an ordinance where we're changing the demolition rules in Jersey City. Liberty Board of Realtors sent out a letter, put it up on the screen, to all the people who own homes that were built prior to 1919, my house. And it's saying here that if the City Council adopts this law permanently on April the 25th, the law is likely to reduce your property's future value by ensuring that the property owners and buildings already in poor condition will not be renovated or replaced. That is just an out-and-out fabrication. That is not what they're discussing. They're not creating an historic district. They're not preventing you from changing your windows or your front door or renovating your building. This is not a historic situation. What the city is trying to stop is demolition after demolition after demolition, which is doing multiple things, multiple problems. It's cutting down on the parking in your neighborhood because each one of these units have a driveway and a garage. It's cutting down, it's creating illegal apartments, where every one of those illegal apartments, there's numerous frauds that are being created and perpetrated there, from bank fraud to insurance fraud to tax fraud. You know, a lot of frauds going on there. Mayor Fulop is trying to cut down on it. He's also trying to keep the character of Jersey City. Now, what's happening, these developers are buying Jersey City homes. You know, they'll offer your home like, $500,000, bulldoze that thing, put on what Fulop refers to as a Bayonne box. I refer to as a cookie cutter, and they're selling these things for about $850. Now they're flipping these houses and they're making about maybe $75,000 profit, and it takes them a couple of months to build this thing. That's not too bad. You get a few of these going a year, you're doing all right. What Liberty Board of Retailers has put out here is really embellishing what's going on. They're not going to prevent, the city's not preventing you from renovating your home. They're not preventing you from doing any repairs or painting or changing the door. It's not like down in Paulus Hook here where you want to put a window in, you got to go before the Historic Preservation Committee. What Mayor Fulop is trying to do is prevent the upheaval of your neighborhoods. And I tell you, if you look at these cookie cutters and they pop up. I tell you, they pop up like weeds. I'm in favor of what Mayor Fulop's trying to do. And they're not stopping anybody from buying your home and demoing it. They're just putting a few extra steps in there to do all they can to keep the character of Jersey City and the parking available. Getting back to jobs here in Jersey City. For that matter, let's see what happens with this ordinance tomorrow. Maybe we bring in this executive vice president from Liberty Board of Retailers. I just got this letter. There is a bill working its way through Trenton to fund Botex. We used to have Botex in the old days. I learned how to weld there. And I'm not sure if I covered this on last week's show or Thursday's show with the Hudson County. I'm all in favor of Botex. I'm not all in favor of coming up with new funding for it because the Botex were part of the school systems. They were part of your school taxes. I don't know why we had to come up with $500 million in new school taxes, bonds, to create Botex. Now, Botex, outside of the one in North Bergen, I don't think any Botex was a standalone. They were part of the school system. They were part, a floor or some rooms in there. Not everybody wanted to learn how to weld or do sheet metal or carpentry, that sort of thing. But we do need that. We need to encourage the creation of job skills. Again, not everybody's going to be a surgeon or an accountant or a Wall Street trader or an attorney, that sort of thing. But there's still a big need for carpentry and plumbing and welding and sheet rockers and, people, auto techs. Big call for auto techs, truck drivers. One of the things I spoke to Mayor Fulop about in the past is setting up a city program where we can help people get CDLs, commercial driver's licenses. There is a huge need for truck drivers. There's a huge need for CDLs for buses, and school buses. We could go down again to Dogpatch, Jersey City, and have the rigs run around Dogpatch, Jersey City. There's no traffic, and we're not going to hit anybody down there. There's no population. Teach people how to drive tractor trailers, straight jobs, buses, and give them an opportunity to get a job. Now, we come up with friggin' money for everything, but this is something we can actually do. This is something employment and training in Jersey City should be doing. Teaching people how to get a CDL license and how to drive a rig or a straight job or a cube van or a bus, and giving them the ability to go get a job. But we don't do that. I'm not even sure what employment and training does. Last I heard it was sewing. But these are the things. Now, they're also going to attach into this VOTEC bill another $500,000 for school security. And I'll tell you, school security is going to become one very expensive item. And the question is, are we overreacting? Or is it a knee-jerk reaction? And we're going to throw $500 million or $1 billion into school security? New York's talking about $100 million in cameras for New York schools. It's hard to say it's a knee-jerk or an overreaction when it's your kid. But these attacks don't seem to happen in our northeast area. And, to say, well, we should wait. If something does happen here, and some kids are lost, and you're not going to be able to sleep at night. But as I said earlier in the show, somehow we got to get an answer as to what's happening with these kids. Homeless. I want to make sure I do this. California. Jerry Brown. To deal with their ever-growing homeless population, and this happens in the most expensive states. New Jersey, we create a lot of the homeless because it's so friggin' expensive to live here, and there are hardly any jobs available to the average person. Not everybody has the sheepskin or the doctor, that sort of thing. If you're just, you're run-of-the-mill Joe, you can't get jobs here. That's why it's important we teach skills in craftsmanship. California is dealing with a huge homeless population, as we do here. They are proposing that they pay residents in California to have tiny homes built in their backyards and allow homeless people and or their families live in their backyards. And California will pay you to have homeless people live in your backyard. Is that a solution? Now, I don't know if I want people living in my back. I'm not sure I like people living next door to me, let alone in my backyard. It's interesting. But you want to cut down homelessness? You got to really put some categories together. What is a homeless person? Some are drug and mental. Some are economic casualties of the economy. Those are the people we should be trying to go out and help. We try to help all the homeless. That's not going to work because a lot of them don't want any help. We had that situation on Journal Square. But I got a break for commercial. We'll pick this up on the backside. You're watching Jersey City Show. We'll be right back.
Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue in Jersey City. Your local collision specialist. Body and fender repair. On-site oven-baked paintwork. Fiberglass repair experts. Custom and classic car restoration. All insurance is welcome. 24-hour towing available. Licensed by the state of New Jersey. Plaza Auto Body, 700 Tunley Avenue, 201-222-3050. Plaza Auto Body, your bumper-to-bumper buddy.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
We're back. You're watching the Jersey City Show. I'm almost out of cold coffee. Last segment, like I was saying with the homeless. There are a large amount of homeless people who do not want to be homeless. Now, there's some individuals with drug and mental problems who don't want help. And we've had that situation in Jersey City. And, I remember Brian Stack was heading up the homeless committee. But there are a lot of people who just want to live a normal life. But the economy, their jobs went, they were evicted, unemployment ran out, entitlement programs, welfare only covers so much. These are the people we need to concentrate on. Those are the people, again, tractor trailers, get them with a CDL. If I can give them the capabilities to get work, there are jobs available in New Jersey, but you've got to have the skill set. You need education. The days of being a high school dropout, you're not going to get anywhere. There may be a gas station. We have the ability to teach, like again, going back to CDLs and what the Botex used to do. I can help a lot of these people who are homeless because they are casualties of the economy and the state of New Jersey, since it's so effing expensive here, and it just keeps going up. What's coming out of Trenton right now, and like the school funding for security and raising the tax here and raising the tax there, and we got to fund this and fund that. And a lot of these are unmandated unfunded mandates with the municipalities concerned, so they got to raise the taxes. It just went through the reval in Jersey City. Some of us did well, some of us didn't. But the school taxes going up. The county's going to go up. The state's going to go up. It's what I said. It's the death of 1,000 taxes, and it just keeps going higher and higher. Now, thank God a lot of us can deal with it. A lot of us can't, and that's when they become homeless and in need. And to break those categories down. Seniors and homeless with family, priority. In my opinion, once you're 70 years old, whatever you need, we'll take care of. Casualties of the economy, second level, again, seniors, homeless with family. Third level, drug and mental problems. I don't know if I can help them, but I know some people want training so they can get a job, kind of training we can do, and I can teach you how to drive a tractor trailer in a couple of months. And again, it's not a 4 or 5 year program here. We need things that we can get these people skills that they can get work in a couple of months. We can help these people along. You need to help somebody for a few months or a year even, or 2 years. As they get and acquire the skills, we should do that. And it will all save money that way, instead of just, welfare and Section 8 and putting people up in motels and hotels overnight. Where do I want to go next? Let me beat up Steve Sweeney a little bit. Steve Sweeney has attacked the Jersey City Board of Education for the contract that they just negotiated. It's like 6% over the term of the contract, I believe. But the Jersey City Board of Ed, I think, is like $71 million underfunded right now, or overfunded, whatever the case is. And they were talking in Trenton about changing the funding and how the schools are done. I think they're overfunded to $71 million in Jersey City. And what Sweeney is saying with this contract, and Jersey City being an Abbott district and we're overfunding, they shouldn't agree to this because the state is actually paying Jersey City's way. And you know what? When we live in a city with the most expensive properties down on the waterfront and the tallest building, the rest of the state, yeah, they got a legitimate gripe. When Mayor Fuller bought the house up in the Heights, that started the whole snowball effect. Senator Doherty out of Warren County started making noise about the tax situation on that house and how if it was in his district, it would cost $25,000 a year. A lot of people heard the call on Jersey City, and that's when the rebound was forced on us, so on and so forth. Jersey City is going to get hit again. We lost some funding for the schools, and we're going to surely lose some more funding when they figure out, with the state and Murphy figure out how we're going to do funding. Guarantee you Jersey City is going to lose something, so you'll probably see the taxes go up. I know a lot of people on NJ.com were praising Sweeney. He had a lot of fans there, probably not fans from Jersey City. Now, on the flip side of my man Steve Sweeney, he is the father of an ordinance or a bill out of Trenton that is going to subsidize public service gas and electric. Public service that just enjoyed a 77% net profit over 2016. 77% net profit increase over 2016. That's pretty effing good. That's really effing good. But they have two nuclear plants here, and one of them are right in Steve Sweeney's district. And they're saying they're not profitable now because of the cheaper natural gas. And unless they receive some subsidies, what I was saying, what City Bike's looking for, will you give me some of your money, please? And unless PS&G receives some subsidies, they were going to crank down those two nuclear plants and lay off, probably thousands of people. Last thing Steve Sweeney wanted to see in his district is people getting laid off, and nobody wants to see him get laid off. So Steve Sweeney and the Senate and the Assembly have passed, I believe at this point, a $300 million a year bailout for public service. That will, now we're public service customers here in Jersey City. That will affect your PS&G bill to the tune of about $41 a year. Now, is that a lot, $41 a year? Not really, but when you put it and it keeps getting compounded from this tax and that fee and this tax and the county and the state and the school, then your parking fee went up and this, it's the death of 1,000 cuts. And that's how some people lose their house and they lose their jobs and they become homeless. Of course, we are effing out of control in New Jersey. We are the #1 in property taxes. As state, we should be printing money. That's why I surely hope if we do get marijuana legalized here and we get sports betting, every friggin' nickel of that goes towards property tax relief for you people here in Jersey City and the state of New Jersey. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. I'll see you Thursday on the Hudson County Show. Good night.